Okay, I just wanted to make a video about why. Why, oh, why would you water cool this? I've had some people ask, why go to this extent and water cool this many GPUs in this setup and this configuration? So I just wanted to kind of walk through the system. I did a walkthrough. If you at the end of the video, it'll be linked. I did a walkthrough of all the components and things, but I'll go through it again real quickly because I think that people are curious why you'd go to this extent, why spend this much money to water cool when you could just get the GPUs and just put them in a normal a rack kind of mounted thing, kind of like this, and just run it. Well, I live in a very hot, humid climate. So, air conditioning here is always at full blast. During the summers, it is impossible to cool anything down quickly. So, when I was running the first four, I had bought four GPUs, I think, initially. I had bought these two on the end, you'll see, and then I had two other ones that you might have seen down here kind of hanging out. An AMD and a 3060 Ti, and they were overheating. I mean, they probably would have been fine, but they were in the high heat section. And then the more I researched, the more they talked about, this is a very bad fire hazard. So then I started to look into fans and separating them and everything, and everything I did, it just did not cool anything down. So then I started to water cool one of them, and it worked out really well. So I went to this very, very elaborate setup that we have here, and it worked amazing. Now, dual pumps is a little overkill, but again, when you're mining, back in the day when I was mining, you're going to be out of the room. And this is my residence. So I live in a condo. I live in a high-rise condo, so this was actually overkill, and I would probably run this somewhere else. I think I did. I ran this somewhere else, so it's not ideal to run in your. I keep dropping the camera in your home because of the fire hazard. So so then I water cooled it and had backups so that it wouldn't have any faults. So I just wanted to show the difference between the radiators as well, because I got asked about that. And again, we have a lot of flow going through these pumps, so I wanted it to make sure it went through these radiators. As you can see, one of the radiators is quite thin. The bottom one is quite thin. The top one is quite thick. So top one gets the most because that provides the best cooling, and then the hottest water goes in there first, and then goes through the bottom, as you can see with the way they're in parallel, or they're in series, and then it comes out the bottom. I've got a nice drainage port there as well, where I can drain it easily, and then it comes up into this pump. So it works out really well. Let me go around this other side. So you can see these fans are really quite quiet, and that was another design choice, was that I really needed to have quiet. I'm in here working, and you wouldn't believe how even the quietest GPU fans, when they start to get warm, they spin pretty high. So that's what. Whoops. That's where we're at with that. And then the dual power supplies really gave me a lot of headroom for the GPUs, because the motherboard doesn't take anything in the mining sense, but right now I put in a Ryzen 3970X, so that motherboard and CPU are going to take some power. So the headroom is kind of cut in half right now. So I'm not going to use it 24/7. So that was the kind of design issue, and I decided, you know what, I think this is fine. These Corsair platinum rated PSUs don't even sweat when pushed in the mining sense. So for this GPU AI inference, I'm only going to be doing, short bursts of projects. So I think it'll be fine. So that's that. If you guys have any questions, just send them to me. Put them in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'm happy to explain anything about creating your own GPU server or server in general.